Yeah, so welcome everyone. Yeah, just like I said, I actually made a mistake, slight mistake actually. I would have actually informed you all about the time that we actually start, right? Yeah. Okay, no more. Yeah, so I would have actually informed you all about the time that I was actually starting. You understand? Instead of just saying there will be a class today or so. I hope you get. So yeah, just like I said, my bad. So let's actually get to start. Um everyone you're actually welcome. Everyone you're actually welcome. Yeah, so let's actually get to start. Yeah, yeah, just a minute, please. I'm coming, just a minute. Hello, I hope you can see me.
Yeah, we can see the thing. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, yeah. So, first thing first, I would actually like to say something. I think most of us actually don't, like, I actually don't know the reason why this thing, why someone will actually not really get, like, someone who doesn't actually understand how to analyze, doesn't even understand anything about the chart, and still yet he actually doesn't want to even learn how to even do it. All the person wants is actually what is just now. I should I say I understand it? Yeah, probably because when I actually started out with Forex, I started out with some certain people like that, stuff like that. And we were all eager to make money, like money, you understand? Although me, I actually had this thing, the zeal to learn actually, you understand? But actually, I was actually after money anyways, but I actually had the zeal to learn. But my friends, they were actually just after the money, you understand? Don't really want to learn, just want to make the money. So I will actually say I actually get that. Yeah, I actually get it. Yeah, it actually happens. It happens. It happens. Yeah. But even still like that, there are some certain things you even need to know, you understand, to actually kind of like be able to read my setups and stuff like that. Like like I will actually put something like this. Let me show you. I did not actually say you should sell. Like like now take for instance. Now. This is actually it now. I actually did not ask you to sell from this very point down to this place. That was not what I actually said. What I actually said from this very chart is what buy at this very point. You understand? We don't buy retracement. We don't buy what? We don't buy retracement. And that is what people do. That's what people do. You will see my setup drawing an arrow coming down before I now say kind of like a bigger move upward. Like let me show you one on GBP. Let me show you on GBPSD, I think. Yeah, GBPSD. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, something like this. I said it was going to sell here. It was going to sell from this very point down to where? Down to this point. Then we are looking to buy at what? We are looking to buy at that point. Then we are going to ride it what? To this upside. But what happened? Price didn't reach this very point. Price didn't reach this very point. What actually took price from here was what? M15 time frame. And which was actually cool. Although, but me, I prefer buying here than buying from that very side. You understand? But still like that, this very one sold accordingly. But it doesn't behave like that most times. Up in stand. It doesn't behave like this most times. It may not sell from that very point. But my main aim is not to sell it. My main aim is to what? Is to buy it. The buy is my what? Is my kind of like, is actually my take on this trade. I'm actually looking at it that well, this trade is actually on a bullish movement, like on an uptrend, and I actually want to what? I actually want to buy it. I am not selling it. If I actually sell, it's kind of like probably I just want to see the probability, and that is after seeing my confirmation. Like this now. Most of you don't even have a confirmation. Most of you don't even wait for what? For any confirmation. You just see an arrow moving from here to this downside, and you're already selling already from this very point. That is not actually how it is done. Even when price reaches what? Even when price reaches my entry point, or even when price reaches my entry point, I'm not just going to buy just like that and start buying upward. No, to me, I will have to wait for what? I will have to wait for my confirmation before entering the trade. And that's why sometimes I tell you all, I say, wait for what? Wait for wait for your confirmation before what? Before actually what? Before actually entering what? Entering your trade. Wait for what? Wait for confirmation before entering what? Before entering the trade. I do say that very, 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 very well. Yeah. So that is actually that for that. So whenever, if you actually don't know how to check for confirmation, I don't know how you actually do it. You don't actually check for confirmation. I actually don't to you actually don't to kind of like seek for help or something like that. Then actually don't know how to actually do it for you, anyways. Yeah, but that is actually that. So whenever you see something coming down like this, I'm actually talking about what? I'm actually talking about this thing, kind of like a retest. Price is actually going to make a retest before going upward. Don't worry, let me show you quickly. I'm going to show you quickly. Yeah, I'm actually going to show you quickly what I mean. Okay, now see, this was my take. I'm actually looking to what? I'm actually buying upward. The sell is not even my problem. Like you can see, I didn't put kind of like a week's to reward for this one. The week's reward that I actually put was what? Was for this one and for this one. Like if price was going to come back downward, I was going to still buy at this very point. You understand? Yeah, so I'm looking to buy it from this very point to what? To this upside. Not looking to sell, just looking to buy. But that sell, this seller I actually drew here was just kind of like a possible prediction. Like I was actually telling you that we've not gotten into the trade yet. If you've not gotten into the trade yet, what happened? Price could still come back downward. You understand? If you've not gotten into the trade yet, price could still come back to downside, give you another opportunity. Then what happened? It moves upward. That was just that is actually what the meaning of this. That's actually the meaning of this other one. That is why I said it will come back. Then what happened? Give you another confirmation, give you another entry point. Then what happened? It gets to move. Okay, now so that aside, let me actually show you something. Yeah. Yeah, so I'm actually going to show you something today based on yeah. Well, let me delete some certain lines. Yeah. Yeah. So what can you actually see from this very point? This is actually market structure. I hope you can see this. This is actually what we call what? This is actually what we call market structure. So now, what is market structure? What is market structure? Now market structure is actually what? Market structure is I'm sorry, please, I'm coming. Yeah. So what is market structure? What is market structure? So market structure is actually what? Market structure is actually the way in which that actually move. I hope you understand that. Market structure is actually what? Is actually the way in which price actually move. Like now when I actually say price, I mean candlestick. Now this is actually what? This is actually price. This very red and green stuff. Yeah, what it's actually called what? It's actually called price or what? Or candlestick. I hope you understand that. So now market structure actually tells us what? Tells us actually how price move. You understand? How price move. Now, when I say price, I actually explained it. I said price is actually what? This red and green stuff. They are called candlesticks. So price is also called candlestick.
We can't see the screen.
Hello, can you see my screen?
No.
I can see it too.
Yeah, I think it's a network. Yeah, thank you very much. I think it's a network. Yeah. Okay, yeah. So yeah, I think it's the network. Yeah. So as you can see here, there's actually what? There's actually movement upward, a movement downward, a movement upward, a movement downward, and so on and so forth. Same here also. So you will never see price. You will never see you will never see price moving like this. You will never see what? You will never see price moving like this. Like you will never see price. Look at this arrow. You will never see price moving what? Moving in a straight form like this. You will never see price moving like this. in a straight form like this. You will never see it moving like this. Price always was move up, it moves down, it moves up, it moves down, it moves up, it moves down. I hope you understand. And if you're looking for accuracy in the market, you have to note. If you're looking for what accuracy in the market, you have to do what? You have to note all those stuff. You have to know the all this movement upward, downward. You have to know which one you are trading, because you're not going to trade everything. If you're looking for accuracy, if you're looking for the best opportunity, you are not going to trade everything. I hope you understand that. You are not going to trade everything. So you are only looking for the ones that actually what? That actually fit in with what? That actually fit in with your analysis. I hope you understand. You're actually looking for the one that actually do what? That actually fit in with your own what? With your own analysis. Yeah, thank you very much. Okay. Okay, yeah. So having known that, what do we now actually see here? What do we actually see here? We see that price moved up, price moved down, price moved up, price moved down, price moved up, price moved down, and stuff like that. Please, Goovy, please don't write on the screen. Yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah. Okay, yeah. So we actually have what? The movement upward, the movement downward, the movement upward, like I said, and the movement downward. So now there's something I actually would like to tell you. So now, when you actually see all these things, all these rectangular boxes they're actually seeing, all these rectangular boxes, I hope you can see them. This rectangular box, this rectangular box, this rectangular box, just another one here, and so on and so forth. When price actually reaches that rectangular box, what do you actually observe? You observe that what? You observe when price reaches this rectangular box, what do you actually observe? You observe that what? Price comes down. Price move up, reach this rectangular box, what happened? Price comes down. Price move up, reaches this rectangular box, what happened? Price come down. Now, some of you call this a zone. Some of you call this rectangular box a zone. Actually, this is not the definition of a zone, but actually, in late term, right? Yeah, in just kind of like normal English or kind of like normal meaning or something like that. Basically, you can call it a zone, but this is just a rectangular box. This is not actually a zone. Okay, yeah. So whenever price reaches this box or a zone, basically, what happens? Price gets down. Look at it from this very point. Whenever price reaches this zone, what happens? Price moves up. Whenever price reaches this zone, price moves up, and so on and what, and so on and so forth. Okay, now so this stuff is actually very, very powerful. Some people don't actually get to understand this. Some people don't get to understand this, and they claim what they actually claim being a pro, or they actually claim mastery or something like that. But without understanding this, you will still get most of the things very wrong. Like me, I've actually started trading before I actually understood this very well. Like my mentor actually taught this, but I actually did not understand it. I never understand it. I just kind of like forgot about the topic and stuff like that. So it was later somebody now said something. I was not like, whoa. So this is actually what he meant or something like that. So I was like, wow, that is actually awesome. So I actually now started implementing it, and there was actually a big change in my analysis and also in my entry and everything. Okay, now so you actually have to understand this, because if your analysis is not right, what happened? Your entry cannot even be right. If your analysis is not right, your entry cannot be right. It's always wrong. Okay, now so that is actually that for that. So now we use these things to analyze. Just follow me. Just follow me. Okay, now so what do you actually see here? What do you actually see? What do you actually see here? When price moves up, what happened? Price come down, just like I told you. Price moves up, price come down. Now, picture this. Just picture this based on what? Picture this based on your room. Like, just imagine your room. Imagine you standing in your room. Now, when you actually get to jump up, I believe everybody room actually have ceiling, or kind of like, you understand, a roof. I hope you get that. I believe everybody else have a roof, because if your house doesn't have a roof, this cannot work. I hope everybody else actually have a roof. Okay, yeah, thank you very much. Okay, yeah. So when you actually get to stand inside your room or in your parlor anywhere, yeah. So when you actually get to jump, what happens? Can you jump above your roof? Can you jump above your ceiling? Certainly no. You can't jump above your ceiling. You can't jump above your roof, above that zinc. You cannot what? You cannot actually jump above, because whenever you try to jump above, what happens? The roof certainly will do what? The roof certainly will bring you downward. The roof will do what? The roof will bring you downward. I hope you understand. So consider this stuff here as what? As your roof. Consider this zone here as what? As your roof. Now, what is the roof doing? The roof is resisting you from what? From moving higher. The roof is doing what? The roof is resisting you from what? From moving what? From moving higher. I hope you understand that. Okay, yeah. So the roof is actually what? The roof is actually resisting you from what? From moving higher. Yeah, the topic of this class is actually what? Actually structure. Yeah, it's actually structure. And I'm actually explaining basically because I actually see that most people actually make mistake on the group. You understand? Whenever I give an analysis, some people just get to enter anyhow. I actually explained it from beginning. Yeah, so if you actually did not start with us, just wait. You actually get the recording again. Okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah. So just consider what? Consider the eye as consider this zone as what? As what? As your resistance, because what? The roof is resisting you from what? From moving upward. So anytime price, anytime candlestick, do you understand? This is actually what? This is actually our candlestick, and I explained it right from the beginning that candlestick or price means what? Means what? This red or green candlestick. I hope you understand. So anytime what? Anytime your price is below a zone, anytime your price is below a zone, just like you are below your roof. Anytime your price is what? Below a zone, just like you are below your roof, what happened? That zone is what? Called what? A resistance zone. That zone is called what? A resistance zone. I hope you understand. That zone is called yeah, sorry. That zone is called what? That zone is called a resistance zone. I hope you understand that. So anytime you're actually what? Anytime you're actually below a zone or below your roof, that roof is called a resistant roof. And what? This zone is also called what? A resistance zone. Same also with this one because what? Price was below. Can you see it? Price was below. Now this one also is a resistance zone because what? Price was below. I hope you understand. So anytime what? Anytime price is below a zone, what happened? That zone is what? Is your resistance zone. Now let's take for instance, you're actually standing on the ground. When you jump up and now you are coming down to the ground, what happened? Are you going to sink down? You are not going to sink down. What happened? You are actually going to what? The ground is actually going to hold you, like kind of like it aids what? It aids kind of like it actually aids you standing. You understand? It supports you, right? It supports you from falling, from sinking down and everything. You understand? So anytime price is above a zone, like look at it now. Anytime price is what? Anytime, let me move this a bit. Yeah. So anytime what? Anytime price is what? Above a zone. Now price is above this zone, right? Price is above this zone, this very zone. Look at it, it's above. So anytime price is coming down to this zone, what happened? This zone is what? This zone is a support zone. You understand? It's a support zone. You understand? This one is a support zone. You understand? But this one, whenever price is what, like look at it. Whenever price is what below this very zone, price is below this very zone. Price is moving upward below this zone. This zone is called what? A resistance zone. I hope you understand. And if price is what? If price is on, like if price is above that zone, like above the floor, above the ground, you understand? That zone is called what? That zone is called a support zone. So at every zone, price do what? Price actually react. At every zone, price actually what? Price actually reacts. I hope you understand. Price actually reacts. Although sometimes it may not react, but most times it reacts at every zone. Mostly when you know your key zones, your exhaustion zones, and all of that. You understand? It actually reacts at what? It actually reacts at every what? At every zone. Yeah. Okay. Now, so now, can you see what? Can you see that what? It reacted at these very points, which was what? Your resistance zone. It came down. What happened? Then it moved up. Now this movement upward, it didn't expect what? It didn't expect the zone again. It just moved up. Poof. Can you see? It came down again. It moved up without expecting. I hope you understand. Without expecting the zone, it just bust the zone downward. It passed through the zone without expecting. Can you see it without expecting? So all these very places whereby what it didn't even expect, they are called what? They are called breakout. All those very points, price didn't even expect. What are they called? They are called breakouts. Yeah, so if you actually will not remember, they just kindly write down. Yeah, they actually called what? They actually called breakouts. You understand? Breakouts, because what? Price broke through the zone. Price broke through the zone. It is called what? A breakout. Now look at this. What we trade mostly is what? What we trade mostly is a what? A retest to a zone. I hope you get that. We actually trade what? We actually trade retest more in the market, right? We actually trade retest. Now look at it. Now look at it. Price actually do what? Price actually broke out. Now what happened? Price must surely come back to that zone it broke out from. Whenever price breaks out of a zone, price must surely what? Come back to that zone it actually what? It actually broke out from. Now, if price doesn't come back to that zone, it's not what? It's not our opportunity. But most times it comes to that zone. But if it doesn't come back and continues upward, just like you see on what, just like you saw on this in GBPUSD, price didn't what? Price didn't come back for a retest. You understand? Just like we can actually see here, what happened? We were actually thinking that price will come back for a second retest, but price didn't. You understand? Price just continue upward like that, as if it was going to, it's actually going to hit our last TP without retesting. So anytime you actually see price doing like this, you understand? We are not just going to jump from here and say what it's already moving, just jump inside. That's not actually how we do it. You understand? If we're looking to buy from this very point, what happens? We wait. If it doesn't give us a confirmation there, we forget about it. I hope you understand that. Yeah, so that's actually how it is done. That's actually how it is done. So every time price move, price creates what? An opportunity. So now look at it. Price, if price doesn't give us an opportunity here, what happens? Price must surely break out of this zone. Then what happens? Price will come back to what? Price will come back to this very zone where it broke out from, and what happened? It will move up again, and same thing, like on and on and on and on. So this movement upward is called what? This movement upward without respecting that zone is called what? It's called a breakout. You understand? And then this movement downward, the movement downward to that very zone whereby it broke out from. This movement downward to that very zone whereby what it broke out for. You understand? Which is actually going to give us an opportunity to enter the trade. That very stuff, this very coming back of price to this very zone is called what? It's called a retest or a pullback. It is called what? It is called a retest or what? Or a pullback. I hope you understand. Let me get to show you that from the chart. Okay, now look at this now. Look at this very one here. Let's use another one. Come here. Now just take a look at this. Just take a look at this. Okay, let me draw my zone because most of you may be confused. Let me draw my zone so you don't get confused. Okay, now just picture this as what? Just picture this as my zone, right? Just picture this as my zone. So now what do you actually see here? You see that what? Price broke out. Then what happened? Price came back to that what? To that zone. Then what happened? Price moved upward. You understand? Price broke out. Now this one is called what? This one is called a breakout. Do you get it? This one is called what? This one is called a breakout. Then what happened? Price moved back to what? To this very zone. Then what happened? Price moved what? Price moved upward. Same also, price broke out of this zone, price came back, price moved upward. You understand? Price broke out of this zone, price came back, price what? Price moved upward. You will continue to see it over and what? Over and over and over again. I hope you understand it. So now, which opportunity are we looking for in the market? We are looking for what? We are looking for the coming back. We are looking for the coming back. You understand? So whenever price breaks a zone, we are looking for what? We are looking for the for that retracement, that pullback. That's actually what we're looking for before we buy. So therefore, whenever you actually see something like this, what am I actually saying in essence? Let me show you on each one time frame. Okay now. So whenever you actually see something like this, what do I actually mean? I actually mean kind of like price. Look at it. Price broke out of this very zone. Can you see that zone? Price broke out of what? Of this very zone. Let me remove this thing so I get to see it very well. Okay, now price did what? Price broke out of what? Price broke out of what? Of this very zone. Can you see that breakout coming? Price did what? Price broke out of this zone. It just went up. Poof. This was a zone. Price went up above it. Price broke out. So now I was waiting for what? I was waiting for a retracement on that very zone that what? Price broke out from. On that very zone that was price broke out from. That was where I was waiting for a retracement. Whenever price retraces to that zone, what happened? I actually get to buy. Now look at it. In this place here, price almost reached that point, but it didn't reach. It didn't give us an opportunity. Am I going to buy from here? No. I was going to wait for price to reach that very zone. before I actually start looking to buy. I hope you understand that. So that's actually how it is. So I wasn't telling you what, I wasn't telling you to sell from here. I was only telling you to what? I was only telling you to buy from this very point, because we don't trade retracement. We don't trade what? We don't actually trade retracement. We only trade what? We only trade what? We only trade after price has given us what? After price has given us what? A retest. So whenever you actually see my setup, I hope you can actually identify which and which I'm actually entering in. You understand? And just like I told you, not because you actually see kind of like you actually see my setup telling you that what price you buy from here, then when price reaches here, automatically you are going to buy from here and it will move upward. No, it doesn't work like that. Sometimes price may move accurately. You understand? Sometimes price may move accurately. When you reaches here, when you reach here, what happens? Price will just move upward. Poop. When you reach here, price will move upward. It acts like that accurately sometimes, but sometimes it doesn't. Sometimes it doesn't. You understand? And that's why Forex is actually a little bit how will I say it now? Complex. It's not just kind of like all about reaching the zone then buying. No, all about reaching the zone then buying. No. You have to know what will actually make it buy after it has even reached the zone. What will actually make this stuff buy? Has it given you a confirmation yet? You understand? Because analysis to me is kind of like 60-70% sure. 60-70%. Now your confirmation makes it what? 80-90% sure. I hope you understand that. Analysis is just 60 to 70%. Then what happened? Your confirmation actually makes it 80-90%. So confirmation filters your analysis. It filters what? Bad analysis. You understand? It filters bad analysis and make you what? And make you take good trades only. I hope you understand that. So now I hope you understand that. So basically that is actually all about what? That is actually all about structure. So if you have any question now, you can unmute yourself and ask me. If you have any question, you can unmute yourself and ask me. And if you cannot unmute yourself and ask, you can actually type. Yeah. So any question? Any question? If there is no question, I actually believe it's very clear. Any question?
Thank you for the presentation. I would like to, is it always the case that, okay, I think you actually highlighted that it doesn't always happen that way. So does it mean that even within the same pair, it could actually change its behavior from time to time? Or is it that there are pairs that will always do a retest before they move up?
No,
that's my question.
Okay, thank you very much. Nice question. Okay, yeah, it's not actually always. It's all pairs behave the same. All pairs behave almost the same. Let me just put it almost the same. Yeah, although there are some that actually tends to retrace more. There are some pairs that actually like take for instance boom and crash. Boom and crash, when boom and crash breaks a zone, it doesn't retest on time. It will move up or down before we test it. But surely it will actually retest. I hope you understand. Same also with other pairs, although there are differences between them anyway, but most of them actually make retest. You understand? Because they must surely give us an opportunity to actually buy or what? To actually sell. I hope you understand that.
Yes, I do. Thank you very much. And you also advise that we go with the trend, right?
Yeah, sure.
At all times.
Yeah, sure. Okay, yeah, I actually forgot something. Now look at this. We only buy whenever price breaks an high. Mark that very well. And that was what I actually said I didn't get well from my mentor. We actually buy whenever price breaks an high. We only buy whenever price breaks an high. Now, what is an high? This is an high. What is a low? This is a low. What is an high? This is an high. What is a low? This is a low. Now, this point is higher than what? Than this point. So that's why we call here what? An high, and we call here what? A low. I hope you understand that. This point is higher than this point. That's why we call here what? An high, and we call here what? A low. Now, let me show you, basically. Now, look at this. Here is what? Here is an high. This one is what? This one is a low. I hope you understand. This one is an high. This one is also what? A low. This one is an high. this one is a low, because this point is what higher than what a low. So whenever price breaks an high, that's when we buy. If we want to sell, price must break what? Price must break what? Price must break the low for us to sell. But if we want to buy, price must break what? Price must break the high for us to buy. For us to buy, price must break what? The high. For us to sell, price must break the low. So always look at this very well. Always look at this. And there are time frames. They are actually time frames, or they're actually time frames, highs and low. Don't worry. We may actually come to that very point later on. Okay, yeah, but that's actually that for that. Just know that what, it must break an high before you buy, or it must break a low before you actually get to sell. Now, for you to highlight your zone using trading view, this is actually how to do it. Look at my arrow. Just look at this very arrow. Just click on this box here. Just click on this box. What happens? You get to draw it. It's as simple as that. You understand? It's as simple as that. Although your zone may not be actually accurate, because probably you don't know how to draw a zone, but that's actually how to highlight a zone. Yeah. Okay. I'm coming. Let me check another question. Somebody saying the one time frame. Gosh, I actually.
No, somebody asked that.
Okay, which time frame do you start
starting?
analyzing your chart from? Okay. Thank you. You can actually start analyzing your chart from an H4 time frame. Like me, I don't go above H4 time frame, even if I'm swinging. Although if you want to get swings more often, more often, you can go to the one time frame. Then use week one time frame to check some certain things. But basically on the one time frame, yeah. But me, I'm actually an intraday trader or partial swinger. You understand? If I actually want to swing, like this very trade now, it's actually a swing trade, actually, in a way. It actually depends. A swing trade is actually a trade you actually hold for days or something like that. You understand? You actually hold for days. So like this very one now has been moving for more than 1 day, even more than 2. Yeah, even more than 2, even more than 3. You understand? So whenever this thing, but this very trade, what happened? It was actually my H1 time frame, or my H4 time frame I actually use. I don't go above H4 time frame. That is actually me. If you're actually an intraday trader, H4 time frame is actually best. If you're a scalper, H4 time frame, but M15 entry or M5 entry. I hope you understand. That's actually how we actually do it. Yeah. If you're a swinger, day one and week one. If you're intraday, just stick with H4 time frame and use M15 for your entry. Yeah, scalpers can also use M1 for their entry. So yeah, that is all for today. Do have a nice day. Yeah, nice having everyone on. Yeah, do take care. So next time
Thank you, Paul. We appreciate your time.
Yeah, you're welcome. Thank you.